Hello all and welcome to the new gaff. Yes, this is the new command centre.
Command center.
And it's awesome. It's all of the awesome. So I'm going to take this opportunity to say thank you again to all my friends, to Sam, to David, to Gav, and to Caleb as well, for all of your help with the move. And also, I'm going to say thank you as well to a guy called Graham. Yeah, I'm going to open this one with a little bit of an anecdote. So when I moved in, I couldn't bring the sofas from my old place and kind of lucked out with finding a pretty amazing three-piece suite on Gumtree for 30 quid. So with the help of my friend David, we managed to move the two chairs down here using his car, but we couldn't get the sofa down. So, doing the usual bloke thing, we went, no, it's fine. We can take it down by hand. We'll carry it. It's only about 25 minutes. It's not that far to bring it on one of the hottest Saturdays of the year when neither of us had eaten anything and we had about that much left in a bottle of water between the two of us. So we managed to struggle with it. Got about halfway here, at which point we were like, this isn't happening. We're both absolutely shagged already. I didn't have my phone on me because I didn't want to get in the way while we were moving it. So I said, well, no worries. What I'll do is I'll go home. I'll call Sam, get him to come and give us a hand. While we were having this conversation, a guy over the road just went, how far are you going? Do you want to throw it in the back of the van? Yes, please. So thank you, Graham. Obviously just reminding us that there are still decent human beings out there. So to you, a huge cheers. And what made it even more interesting as well, sorry, I almost forgot, was got the sofa in the back of his van, and as we got in the car, he's like, oh, by the way, my name's Graham, what's yours? I'm Max. It's like, oh, well, it's fate, I've got to help you. Sorry? What? Turns out his son's name's Max. So, again, Graham, and to his wife as well, whose name I didn't catch, who I think she was the one who said, there's a couple of guys over there, I think they need a hand with something. So, to you both, bottoms up. So on to business stuff. I've been hard at work doing my final sort of edits and go-throughs on Stephen's work for our upcoming publication. And that, coupled with doing quite a bit of extra work that I do for the UEA Medical School as well, has meant that going to print is scarily close. And scarily, or just scary, is the operative word in this case. I kind of find it easy sometimes to focus on the task at hand and push the next stages kind of into the hazy distance, which unfortunately has the important effect of making them seem even more daunting than they probably are. Yes, I'm trying to kind of approach the whole thing in kind of bite-sized chunks. I'm doing this bit, as soon as this bit's done, then I'll focus on the next bit. As I say, it's a little bit daunting, but exciting at the same time. You know, those of you who know me will know that the original work that I did myself, that's my contribution for Portals, was finished almost 5 years ago, and because of life happening, unfortunately, it's taken me this amount of time to get my act together and to be able to be in a position to finally go to print. So excited about that, and it'll be nice to see it done and dusted so that I can start thinking about the next thing for that side of the business. Once we get to the draft copy stage and the back and forth with the printers, I'll be looking to do a small crowdfund, and that will be not so much for the printing costs for the book, that will be more for ongoing costs. So like marketing, distribution, storage, things like that I have to negotiate with the printing service about. But obviously there'll be more on that in the coming months. I'll kind of tell you how we go with that, which is again part of the reason why I do this, which is to keep you guys updated with how the business is progressing. I also have in my hand, not a piece of paper, certainly not that piece of paper, but I have in my hand a small notebook full of abstract art from my friend Ben Decatur, which will accompany the works in Portals. So again, thank you, Ben, for that. I am still hoping to be able to get some work from one of my other friends, Simon Morgan, to go in the book as well, But that, unfortunately, might have to be shelved for a future project, as I know he's really busy at the moment because he runs, with his partner, a small theatre company, a Strange Fascination Theatre Company, and they're just about to launch their summer open-air show, which this year is War of the Worlds. So if you are local, if you are in Norfolk at all, and that tickles your pickle, then do check locations and dates on screen now where you can catch their show. Sam and I also hope you've been enjoying the new look movie nostalgia, and we're pretty excited to bring you the new look maybe movies next month as well. Not going to lie, I am using the change in location and dimensions of our space and things like that as an opportunity to streamline the production side, if you like, of maybe movies, which in turn will give us a slightly different look to the show as well. The last few months producing maybe movies had become quite bloated, and I'm hoping to be able to redress that to make things a lot more user-friendly, both for you, the viewer, and also for me as an editor as well. And of course, please do let us know what you think of the new setup when it comes out in August in the comments on the videos. As for this week and as for this upload, as always, patrons will have early access to this, but I am going to be putting this one out to the public as well. To accompany this as well will be another video, which is another aspect of the channel that unfortunately has been neglected a bit over the previous few months, and that is night sights. The next might be one or two, I haven't decided yet. I need to have a proper look through the footage that I've got for it, but it's a bit of a special one. Anyone who knows Norwich at all will know the geographical eyesore that is, or at this stage was, Anglia Square, and the redevelopment of Anglia Square has been something that's been going back and forth in the council for years, and they've finally got to go ahead to do so, and in fact the demolition will have begun this week, the same week as this goes out. So having just by chance gone down there one afternoon and not having realised that all of the shops in Anglia Square had already closed, I took the opportunity to take a late night saunter down there and capture it at its most eerie. So that should be going out on our shorts feed not long after this video goes out to the public, which will be next Friday. What's that going to be? Friday the 19th? No, Friday the 18th, excuse me. I couldn't resist an opportunity to preserve this piece of psychogeographical history of the landscape of Norwich, preserve it on film for posterity. So yeah, so keep a lookout for that. That should be going out shortly as well. And hopefully that will kind of put the boot up my arse to do some more night sights as well. But that's about it for this one. As I say, these generally tend to be pretty quick. The next of these will be going out to the general public in October. Obviously, patrons will get one of these a month, as always. And as the 17th of July is, or was, depending on when you're watching this, was the 11th anniversary of my father's death. And as he was a naval man, and as I'm recording this on a Friday, I thought I'd sign off with a traditional naval toast, which apparently they have one for every day of the week. So I'll pick the one for Friday. So I will close this by saying, a willing foe and sea room.